was an outbreak. They killed everyone. Trying to contain it. Everyone.
Huh? What the?
I know who you are. I know what you did.
How's it going, guys? Cameron here with Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. Now, today I've been meaning to rant about this for a while now, and the soon-to-be-released the Callisto Protocol game, which you saw a few snippets of that game in the intro, that is part of the genesis of this video, what spearheaded me to do this, if you will. So, again, what I want to talk about today is voice acting in modern video games and why I feel that voice acting oftentimes takes a backseat to the rest of the entire project, if you will. And when we say project, we're talking about the game that's being developed, the team that's behind developing said game. So, yeah, if you watched that intro, I don't know if you fully saw what I was trying to convey, but the actress, whoever it is that portrays the Asian girl in the game, in my opinion, has terrible delivery on her lines and is a very, what you would call, low-budget actress, if you will, okay? It doesn't look good. It comes off cheesy, almost like something you would see, straight to Netflix. Not exactly something you would see on the big screen. And even then, that's open to interpretation because a lot of films that you see nowadays that are even in the theaters don't necessarily have good voice acting. So it's a difficult conversation to have. It's open to interpretation. These are just my opinions on the matter. And after we're done talking about it, we'll leave it open to further discussion. So when we're talking about voice acting in video games, and I'm not an actor by any means, but I'm a huge movie buff. Not so much TV, a little bit here and there, some of the retro stuff, some of the older TV shows, but more so a movie buff. So you think about some of the classic movies of our time that had really good screenwriting and really good actors and actresses as well. A couple of movies that come to mind for me would be Reservoir Dogs. Of course, can't forget Pulp Fiction, right? Basic Instinct's another one. Really good. Michael Douglas, Sharon Stone, fantastic. Ghost? Yeah, absolutely. Fargo? Coen Brothers classic? So these are just a couple of examples, right? And I know these are live action films, not necessarily voice acting per se, but these are professional actors and actresses that were in these films that are good actors and actresses, right? Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here, folks. So that's why when I watch a lot of these voice actors in modern video games, it's difficult for me to understand what it is that a lot of you guys and gals out there might not see. I see a lot of bad acting in modern video games. It's not even just modern games. It's been happening since the dawn of man. But I just find it crazy. Well, not so much crazy, but here we are in the year 2022, and this is still a thing in modern video games. So I have my reasoning for that, and if you disagree, that's fine. I've talked to so many in the gaming community, and a lot of them echo the same sentiment. They say, I'm not really into watching TV. I'm not really into watching movies. I'm not a huge movie guy. I'm more of a gamer. That's my thing. Gaming, okay? I don't really listen to music. I don't go to concerts. Again, I'm not a movie buff. I'm into gaming. And not always the case, but 99.999% of the time, it's those types of people that could look at bad acting and give two shits about it being bad acting, because that's not why they're playing the video game. And they're the same type of person that could watch a cringy ass movie with bad acting, a Transformers movie as an example, or just like a terrible movie that everyone could agree on is not a very good movie, but to them they don't care. It's in one ear and out the other, right? Unfortunately, I'm not trying to single anyone out. That's just how it is. Some people don't give a shit about that stuff. Some people do. I'm really particular when it comes to critiquing movies, and when I see a movie with bad acting in it, it turns my stomach immediately. Immediately. That's why when I see modern films, especially anything that's like Guardians of the Galaxy or anything that stars The Rock, I just have to sort of look away, you know? So let's talk about some games that had pretty good voice acting. Okay, let's talk about it. Beyond Two Souls. So Ellen Page and Willem Dafoe, who needs no introduction, are, let's be honest here, they're very good actors and actresses. Let's be honest here. Willem Dafoe is incredible, and it's no exception in this game. You can tell that there's professional actors and actresses in this game, at least in the starring roles, right? I don't know if you can say the same about the rest of the voice actors in this game, and that highlights another problem as well, which we'll talk about. Probably the best example of what we're talking about today would be Michael Ironside, who most famously played Richter in Total Recall. Michael Ironside from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, who landed the starring role as the voice actor in this game here, Splinter Cell, right? I can only imagine what the remake is going to sound like without him as the voice actor. It's going to be brutal. Okay? Michael Ironside is Sam Fisher. Oh my god. Here's another one that's kind of polar opposite. Nobody famous, as far as I can recall, did any voice acting in the original Silent Hill 2. But the dead delivery that this game has, it comes off really good. Okay? This is the opposite example. The acting is almost so bad it's good in this, right? Whereas if you watch the trailer for the Resident Evil 2 remake, man, is it ever fucking cringy. Oh my god. Say what you want about Cyberpunk. You may not have liked the game, but whoever was the voice of V, I don't know about the female V, but the male V, it was really good. It was really good. You could tell CD Projekt Red shelled out the dough to get a really good voice actor for V in this. Absolutely. Another example would be Grand Theft Auto 5. Wow. Those three guys, the three main protagonists in this game, nailed it. They fucking nailed it. Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. Okay? Really good voice acting, at least as far as the lead protagonist goes, not for the rest of the voice actors in these games. We'll talk about it in a minute. Mafia 2, another one. Excellent voice acting from the lead protagonist. So what are we getting at here? Well, there's a number of things we can mention. The first thing is, a lot of these game developers, okay, these teams that are developing these games, they're not necessarily movie buffs, okay? They're not. So when they're developing these games, what gets pushed on the back burner? What's the least important thing on the totem pole of priority? It's the voice acting. I'm sorry, it is. So oftentimes these studios, even Rockstar, okay, they'll go to great lengths to get somebody who's really good to voice act as the main protagonist. And for all the other actresses and actors in the game, it's an afterthought. Unfortunately, it is. It is. That's just the way that it is. And one of the biggest problems is there's a disconnect. And I don't think it'll ever be meshed into one. But we're talking about getting like a big-time movie director, okay? Or someone that works in Hollywood that coincides with a game studio and gets it right as far as an ensemble cast of actors and actresses are concerned, okay? That's more or less what you would have to do. So I find it kind of shocking that you see a modern game like the Callisto Protocol, which has the financial backing of the company that owns PUBG, okay? And it seems to me, from what I've seen in the gameplay trailers and some of the other sizzle reels as well, that they dropped the ball on the voice acting. Again, they're hiring these, let's be honest here, folks, they're not really big name actresses and actors to do the voice acting, and it shows. And again, if you're not into movies and you're not into this kind of stuff, it goes in one ear and out the other. I totally get it. But if you're into film and you watch some of these voice actors and actresses in these modern games, it's so fucking cringy, it's not even fucking funny, okay? Another one is Evil West, the game that came out last week by, what's the company? Flying Wild Hog. Go watch trailers for that. Voice acting's fucking cringe. It always takes a back seat. It always does. So, I don't know if there's really a solution to it. Like I said, if you want good voice acting, you're going to have to shell out the big bucks as a game studio or developer and hire, a Willem Dafoe or hire an Ed Norton or, hire a Brad Pitt. But, a lot of these actors and actresses, they're not interested in doing voice acting. They're interested in being on screen, as an example. So that's another argument as well. But I think it comes down to two or three main things. And the first thing is, a lot of these game developers are not movie buffs, okay? They're not. They don't look at these things like I might look at it, right? They don't. They're not. They're gamers. They're nerds. They're programmers, okay? They're not into incredible actors in older movies like I am, okay? The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, The Deer Hunter, the original Psycho, on and on and on. Blue Velvet, right? So it's a huge fucking disconnect, right? But the thing is, a lot of these game companies, a lot of the publishers, they have the means to get good voice actors and actresses, and they just fucking refuse. They don't want to commit to it. It drives me bananas. It drives me fucking bananas, okay? And I put up with it a lot. I put up with the bad voice acting just so I can get through a game. But it's in almost every single fucking video game that has ever come out is bad voice acting, okay? Whether it's Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, the soon-to-be released Grand Theft Auto 6, Doom 2016, I'm looking at all my games over here, Far Cry series, what else do we have here? Shenmue, Fallout's another one, okay? Skyrim, the list goes on. Gears of War. No, all the voice acting in all those games, for the most part, was pretty damn mediocre, okay? Maybe Marcus Phoenix was whoever voice acted Marcus did a good job, okay? But yeah, it's a big problem in this industry. Video games, okay? They're down here. And real actors and good movies are way up here, okay? There is a disconnect in between, okay? Movies and video games, okay? They're not at the same level as far as voice acting is concerned. A lot of you guys saw in the news that Helena actress that voiced Bayonetta. Okay, go back and play Bayonetta or Bayonetta 2. She's not that good of an actress. Come on. She's not that good of a voice actress. Give me a fucking break. You wonder why the studio didn't want to pay her anything. Oh my fucking God. So, yeah, that's my rant. I think there's still a huge gap as far as good voice acting is concerned in video games. And I think it's going to continue to be a problem until you can get a big name director to co-collaborate with the studio. We're talking like a Scorsese or a Tarantino or somebody that can recognize what's good and what's not, okay? Unfortunately, until that happens, we're going to be left with shoddy voice acting in video games, okay? It's something that needs to be addressed. It may never happen, but yeah, I don't know, and you see it so often where like a company like a rock star, okay, or even a CD Projekt Red, they'll go the extra mile to make sure they have an incredible voice actor for the lead protagonist, and the rest of the actors for all the non-playable characters, okay, it's like they did an audition at the shopping mall, okay. So that's my rant for today. I saw some of the voice acting in the Callisto Protocol, and I'm like, man, this is something you would see on an after-school special on TV, or again, straight to DVD, straight to Netflix. This isn't the kind of voice acting you would see in a major motion picture for the most part. And that actually grinds my gears more than anything. This grinds my gears more than gameplay imperfections. I'll take bad graphics all day if you could just get the voice acting right. But this is something that's routinely fucked up with these studios, constantly dropping the ball. And man, it pisses me off to no end. It pisses me off. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. If you're watching this big retro show, I know you're a huge movie buff. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.